This is the Monday morning quarterback.
Hmm.
And when we talked about this, when Steele and I talked about this today, we were talking about things we don't see and maybe other people don't see. Things we do well, things we don't do well. We have a unique opportunity. We all want to be better. I don't know
Yep.
one player, I don't know one person in this chat, I don't know one person that's watching that goes,
Hmm.
I just don't care if I suck.
Yeah, or I'm
I,
good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no way. I mean, the best in the
Yeah.
world are trying to figure out how they get better. And so we
Yep.
have a unique opportunity. We cut up our film all the time. We talk, and obviously everybody knows we can talk our arm and leg off. This is why Mrs. Steele and Mrs. Gorilla are like, "Can I get some attention?" Because we talk. We want to
Yeah.
analyze it, and we try to figure out what works the best, what doesn't work the best, and we when we break down our film, we get the opportunity to do that. And I encourage each and every one of you, clip your films. Take
Yep.
10, 20 minutes. You don't have to dissect it like we do.
Hmm.
I played ball, football, and we, when you're playing ball at a high level, you dissect it
Hmm.
to, you took a step left where you should have
Yep.
took a step right.
You're in a 3 technique. You should have been in a 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You're on an inside on a, I play DB. You're on an inside technique. I
Inside
needed
shade.
to, and on the inside technique, you're a half a foot inside too far. That's why you could get outside because you
Hmm.
were too far inside. I mean, you're dissecting it that much.
Hmm.
That's
Yep.
how my brain works. That's
Warzone
definitely
is
how
kind
it
of
is.
like football. It's a game of inches. It's the little things.
It
There's a
is.
lot of similarities.
100%.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
break this down, and we're gonna try and keep it down to the minimum, but we're gonna break
Good
down
luck.
this, and yeah, exactly. But what we encourage you guys to do is watch this and maybe apply it to your game. Maybe apply it. Not
Yeah.
that we're the best, but when we're good, when we're on, we
Mhm.
are pretty fucking good.
Hey,
And
Fuzzy just made a great point. Even Tiger's got a swing coach, baby.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, brother. Even Tiger had a swing coach.
Yeah.
And so when we're looking at this, what we're hoping you can do is take some of the goodness that we do, because there's times that Steele and I, when we're on, it's just on. There's very few that we've ran into that can beat us when we're on. This game, we're actually way fucking on,
Yep.
and we end up getting the dub. But
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and set it up. Still, set up where we're at here, where we're going to start.
Yeah. So the clip starts off. We're in one of the high risers in downtown. It's the one that right before, if you're gonna go make the cross to Stadium, you'll recognize it when we get to the top here.
Mhm.
But basically, we had just got out of a gunfight in, I want to say, on the other side of Stadium, up towards Bunker Hill.
Yeah, Bunker Hill is where we got in the fight. Or no, not Bunker Hill. We're over at police station. We ended up down
Police station,
wiping,
yeah.
wiping the squad. I got 3 kills there. You got the 1.
Yep.
And
Yep.
now he still says, "Okay, we need to get in position. This is Still's exact. We need to get into position. We need to get to our building. This is our favorite building."
Yeah, this is our favorite building in downtown. So Gorilla goes up the zip, and the first thing he says to me is, "There's people up here. There's people up here." And I'm like, "Okay, okay. Is it safe for me to come up before I even hit the zip?" You always want to make sure whoever goes up the zip first gives you the go ahead. Don't just hit that zip. Especially now, this is another thing that's come with the update. Multiple people can hit the zip at the same time now. You don't have to wait for it to completely go all the way up. So it's even more important that you let the first guy go up, give the all clear. Don't just assume just because he's not dead that it's clear. Physically ask, like, is it clear? And if they go yes, well then you can interpret that however you want. If your teammate's smart and intelligent and is actually takes those things seriously, you hit it. If they just say yes to everything all the time, maybe ask them again, take a walk around, make sure nobody else is there.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, Gorilla goes up,
No.
tells me there's people. Ask him
Let's
if
get
this
it
is going to
in the
be
middle.
you.
Get
Then
in the middle.
this
Get
is
in the
this is yeah. This is going to great. I got an idea. So we get up there. Gorilla talks about not having proxies or anything like
Flash
that,
grenade. I didn't have any flash grenades.
or any tac,
And
any
cross.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, fine. Normally I would wait till we get up to the top before I would do this, but I deployed my ammo box. We dumped all our ammo, and then I decided, hey, I'm gonna cluster this roof. This is gonna be all you. I can't go out there because the cluster will down me.
Yep.
But it's duos, and I think that Frill is good enough that especially with 2 people under duress of a cluster coming in on them, that he can go out there and kill both of them. So I call the cluster, and Gorilla actually is like, make sure you call it in the middle. Make sure you call it in the middle. So I do. And let's just run the clip, and you guys can watch this play out. Be all you. Get ready to breach.
Yep.
You're gonna have to kill both of them because I'm not gonna be able to kill it. And I wait.
Okay,
I tell
3,
him,
2,
don't
1.
go
Allied
until
cluster
wait
strike
wait for
inbound.
the first impact. Wait for the first one
As soon
to
as
hit.
that-
Because you don't want to go too early because then there's not really.
There,
a
go,
point.
go.
Now he goes.
I broke
I'm calling out that the armor breaks.
So
I believe I downed this guy.
So right here, before that, I know that cluster's in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the right, that section, because
Mhm.
that's where a threat where I thought somebody would be hiding. I'm not worried about them over here
Yeah.
because they cannot. Oh, no,
Oh,
that's
Big
Big
E.
E. Big E.
Big E to
Oh.
Glenda, nice.
Oh my God, she's
Go.
awesome. Big E, thank you.
Big E,
That,
thank you
that
very
is
much.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so anyway,
Fist bumps, man.
the first part is that's the immediate threat to me because they can't
Yep.
come across there. They can try and shoot me, but they're trying to hide. If they're on that other side, they're going to be trying to hide.
Yep.
And so that's why I went that way.
I downed one.
There's
Yep.
some
Easy juice. The other guy jumped.
clear.
Maybe he comes back. Maybe he doesn't. If he comes back, we're ready for him.
Absolutely. What's
Yeah.
What's our next section here?
So now, we're talking about realizing
They're gonna come back
how
up to
good
zip.
a position we have and
Yeah.
preparing to be here for at least a circle or two, given the situation we've got
Absolutely.
going on with Circle.
So
So yeah, you go ahead.
So what Steele says is he's going to call out real quick. He's going to call out. They're going to come up the zip, get the zip. He knows I carry proxies, especially in this category. And then he says, I'm going to go down. I'm dropping all my ammo. He's bringing the ammo up. I'm dropping my ammo up here because we know we're going to be here for a minute. Kind of
Yep.
camping. Kind of a little bit of a camp session.
You can call it what you want, but
But-
if you're playing to win, there's no need to give up. This is position that you would die fighting to get,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But we have it. So
Mhm.
why would you relinquish it at this point? At this
Absolutely.
point.
So
Probably
Yeah.
he might. I don't
calling
know.
it
I'm
out.
gonna go drop all my ammo up here and go back and get that other ammo.
Yeah. Now one proxy isn't going to
Now
kill
they're gonna
anybody,
come-
but what it is it's an alarm system.
Mhm.
It lets you know that someone's on their way.
Absolutely.
And they're going to be hurt.
And I've got one downstairs as well.
Yeah.
And so I want to know that's our alert. That's what we we're paying attention to, and I have to be cognitive to let Steele know, hey, that's been blown up. It's awesome, and the comms are key. If you pay attention through the whole thing, our comms are on point. This is one of the games that we actually are just smacking the shit out of people.
Back
Yeah,
up to zip.
information.
Probably
is
he
power,
might. I don't
and
know. I'm gonna go
information
drop all
can
my
kill.
ammo up here and
You
go back and get
killed
that
and
other
you can
ammo.
Get other people killed. Yeah, this is the guerrilla show now. I don't have a sniper rifle. I'm rocking, I believe, I'm Krig 6 74U, or I'm AR SMG, whatever it is. I don't remember what I had.
And if you're
But Farilla's got AR and sniper here.
Yeah, and if you're going to get on one of these buildings, you better have a sniper. And
Yeah.
the one thing that on this game, my snipe was on fucking point.
Yeah,
On
yeah. You
point.
got a shooting gallery here with that
Zip.
car you made.
Probably he might. I don't know. I'm gonna go drop all my ammo up here and go back and get that other ammo.
Watch me turn on this guy right here. Done. Done.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nice. He must have a self or something.
Now
Yeah,
I
his
don't really
buddy's over
have
there.
the ability to help him
On
with
this
any of
building
this
here.
because of what my loadout is, so I'm just kind
Maybe
of watching
later.
the backside,
Okay,
peeking
listen
over
to
the
the
ledge.
comms here. You read them? They moved left on that side there. Okay, right there, and that's the information he needs, right? Because he's not battling. He doesn't have the scope for these guys. And
No.
one of the things that even Astaflex, when we were playing Astaflex, I will never be on that level. Holy shit, I just won't. It's just not going to happen. When we were playing with Asta,
Hey,
she's
thanks,
like,
Big E.
your guys' comms are just the best. And they are. I mean, I wouldn't say they're the best, but they're pretty fucking good. The reason why
Yep.
I'm calling this out, and do this with your players, do this with your homies, right? If you want to win the
Yep.
game, do this. I'm letting him know they're on the left side of that wall, so he knows where to position himself behind me because he can't see him. He can't
Yep.
see him. I can, though. And that's where the comms come in. Hey, they went here. He revved him. The other guy's going. They're on the left side of that wall, and that's where they're going to be. And
It's like
that's-
reading a storybook to someone, right? That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you're not going to give every little detail, but as much relevant information that you can possibly think of in a concise form is what you want to be doing, no matter
Absolutely.
what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
he's
so
gonna be
moving
here.
on. This is a little bit of the guerrilla show, and I fucking love every bit of it. He beams
watch
some of
this
these
side
kids
over
here
here.
with the sniper rifle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play. Yeah. Okay, so I got wrecked here. Here's a scenario. I call that I'm not going to plate, and we're going to get into this in a minute. I don't like giving up plates when I know I have a power position. I'm on top. I don't even care if they have strikes because
Doesn't
if I
matter.
go down, Steel's going to revive me, and they can't get to us.
Mhm.
There's one downside to that tactic. There's one downside to not playing.
There is.
If somebody comes up the zip line or through the stairs.
Or a helicopter dive bombs you or
Or a
something.
helicopter, right? But
Yeah.
my philosophy on that is if he comes up the zip line, he's going to break his armor, and then it's just me versus him with no armor. And I have to rely on me. If the guy's downstairs and he breaks my proxy, I'm going to know, and I have time to at least throw a plate or two on. Plus, I also have Steel. Right?
Yeah.
I got Steel watching my back. Oh, that's a pretty fucking good guy watching my back. I don't like wasting plates.
Yeah,
But
Actually, I am.
I am going to waste this. We got plenty of plates.
because we also have a body to harvest up here.
We have plenty of plates.
And a plate box. We
and
haven't
a
even
plate
dropped
box.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the methodology. I don't like wasting
Mm-hmm.
plates. Maybe you guys have a different opinion. If you do, put it in the chat. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it. But the
Yeah, well, I mean, we know people. I mean, we know people. The guy's number 6 in the world, and they if they got 5/6 of their plates in, they're replating. They don't they do well with it. It's just a difference of opinion, and it's fine. But I'm on board with you. I think you don't waste resources if you don't have to, and it's kind of a risk management approach. We do a lot of this in my work. Everything's risk managed.
Absolutely.
And so if you think there's not much of a chance of somebody getting the drop on you, yeah, don't waste the plates. If you're let's say we're not on a rooftop. If we're down on the ground somewhere downtown and there's chaos everywhere, the risk is different. You're not gonna take that risk.
Say?
Oh,
Right? Yeah, I'll do it. But I'm up on top of a building, and I'm trying to save our
Yeah.
resources because we're playing for endgame. We're really
Yeah.
trying to play for endgame here. So anyway, let's continue on.
He comes
Yeah.
for the fucking kill every time.
I got him. Yeah, I get to smack him. Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
Snap.
yeah,
Now, I don't
really
know where
gets a
that was
PP
from.
whack.
One of the things, this is one of the bad plays on my part personally, is I got so consumed with the guys, and we all do this, and this is something you cannot do. I got so consumed with them sons of bitches, I forgot to look around.
Yep.
Still pointed that.
When you're sniping, it's very easy to do this.
Yeah, and you pointed that out to me. Still's like, dude, you're kind of getting focused on them. I'm like, oh yeah, well, that's why I got my ass broke. That's literally why I just got smacked.
I was backseat driving though. Pretty easy for me to say that when I'm sitting there just twiddling my thumbs watching you go to work.
Absolutely. So the lesson here, and take it for what it's worth, guys. Even though you know where somebody's at, don't get too consumed by that thing or by that location. They're not immediate.
It's not
threat.
worth. It's
They're
not
not
worth trying to down that guy and then getting down by somebody else, and then the guy that you were trying to down can juice you.
Yeah, and the thing is they're not an immediate threat, right? They're a threat for sure. We have to be cognizant of them, but we got to know where other people are. So now we got Nakatomi.
Is there a precision coming?
They're up on top of
I'm worried about getting the self-res off,
So we're battling two
Okay.
teams.
or getting the res off, sorry.
So we're battling two teams, which is exactly
Oh, wow.
what it is.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you guys heard Steel. Is there a precision coming? Because he's on the far back side of the building. It's not going to hit him. But that's the communicate. Nope, nothing's coming. You can come get me. Because if
Yeah.
he gets down, what's the point?
Because
What's-
sometimes and this happens all the time, and I'm sure you guys will attest to this, is one of your buddies will get downed, or will not even get down. Maybe they're getting lit up, and they run away, but they don't tell you that there's a precision incoming, and you go to that exact same spot, or that you go
To
towards
help,
that
to
direction,
help.
and he's already stepped out of the way, but you get smoked by the precision, and you're just like, come on, man, like, why the fuck didn't you tell me that?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And it's so easy. So I always ask because it is easy to forget. And in case that one tiny chance that Farilla forgot to tell me, I'm gonna remind him. And there's no hard feelings. There's no egos between us at all, anytime ever. It's literally like we both care and we both want to win, and that's all we're worried about.
And you're going to see that. We have a clip of that. You're going to see that in just a second.
Yeah.
So here's another scenario with this that maybe or maybe not, and we might be redundant. I mean, we're not the world's best, but we also are very analytical. especially
Yeah.
when it comes to analyzing the game. Number one, always start yourself revive immediately. I don't
Doesn't
give a
matter
shit.
if he's standing at your feet. If your buddies
Start it.
start it.
Start
Because what I'm gonna this is gonna make a lot of sense if you guys have never thought. I only started picking up on this recently. What's the point of somebody else revving you when you can get that rev pretty much done? The other person can still be in the fight, can be covering, can be throwing grenades, can be doing whatever. And then as soon as your self rev's done, then all they have to do is tap square for not even an eighth of a second, and you're back up, and everyone's in the fight. Why would you? Why would you start rezzing somebody unless they're in immediate danger of being thirsted? I guess that's the only scenario I can think of. But even that, like
You got it. You
it's
have to
still-
start it. Just start
yeah.
it. Because let's say these cats have a precision. Steel's down on the other side. Let's say this cat has a precision. They dump that shit on Steel. He's going to get up before the precision gets there, and then he's only down, and I still can save his ass. He only
Yep.
burns a self-revive, and I'm not losing a player.
Not dead,
Right?
Yeah.
The next thing is I always carry smoke when we're playing in Warzone. When we play Rebirth,
Yep.
I like the flash grenades, but in this, because I don't want to get smacked by the guys over here. So take a second. Don't
Might be
panic.
dead.
Don't
Yeah.
panic. Wait up a little bit. Okay, I need to get some.
They haven't striked us yet, and we've both been down, so we feel pretty good about no strikes coming.
Look at it. He's already selfing. Watch out for him. Boom. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yep.
The
And
next,
he's able to get back in the fight instead of standing over there, revving me, right?
absolutely no, and then and that's a key element of anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys maybe you know it, maybe you don't, and if you do, great. If you don't, hopefully we taught you a little something, or maybe give you a different idea.
Fuzzy. That's. I mean, I'd entertain that. That's definitely more realistic, Fuzzy. But Call of Duty is definitely an arcade shooter. They
Yeah.
don't give a shit about realism, and that's just the genre of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. No, 100%. And I'm going to take advantage of everything.
Yeah.
The next one is so we got these two dickheads over on Nakatomi,
Yeah.
and this is pretty funny because Steel's like, I'm not going to take that, or I'm not going to mess with them. I'm like, I am. And there's a reason. There's a reason. Number
Yeah.
one, I just want to get in a fucking fight.
Yeah. Well, you were feeling it.
I was.
I said what I said because I don't have a sniper rifle, and
Yeah.
before you get to your point, I'm just gonna get this one cheeky little thing in here. So, if you've got an AR, and you know these guys have sniper rifles, if they're any bit good, you might take a plate or two off of them, but they're gonna put one right between your eyes before you can even do anything, right? I don't care how good you are. I don't care if you're Nick, Mark, Swag, anybody. At this range, the bullet drop off, the velocity drop off, you just physically cannot down them quick enough before they can put one between your eyes.
No.
So it's just not doesn't make any sense to try and do that.
Absolutely. And so Steel tells me, hey, I'm not taking that fight, obvious reasons. He doesn't have it. I want it because I want to get into a fight. But more importantly, I need these sons of bitches to leave, right? Because they're the only people in the entire game that can hurt us. They
Yeah,
really
they're
are.
the only people higher than us right now as far
They
as
can
elevation
jump on
goes.
us. There's a lot of variables here. And so I'm like, I want that fight. I need one of them. I need to fuck one of them up. Maybe kill him, but at least down him and make him second guess about coming over. Now, what you didn't see
About
is,
messing with us.
is I've already smacked him a couple times before we cut the clip up. I've already smacked him a couple times. I haven't downed him, but I broke both their armors. The other thing I wanted to point out here is, so I'm going to walk out, and this is one thing you have to be cognizant of, as I try and slur my speech, is I never leave because I know there's a people on our right, I know there's a group on the right, and I never leave. There's a green box, an AC box there, and I never leave it. So I'm trying to get at these guys.
I'm not
Those are
fighting
nice
with that.
Watch this box. See,
Fuck
so
that.
I don't leave that box until I have to.
Nice shot.
Nice.
And so that's
Caught
where
again.
that
Let's
goes.
drop armor box. Right here in this corner. Back
Now we're
here.
not necessarily trying to kill anybody here per se. What a lot of this is it's kind of like trying to instill. I mean, this might come off a little more dramatic than what it really is, but you're honestly trying to instill fear in your opponent and make them second guess the decisions they're making, because they might feel inclined to jump from that position after you down them 2 or 3 times. They're like, hey, we're getting beat up here. We have no plates left. We have no ammo left. We got to go. But in reality, we're kind of worried about them because they're above us. And like Frilla just explained, there's multiple ways they could have hurt us there if they wanted to. They could have jumped on us. They could have precisioned us, then jumps. And there's not much we can do about it. But you're trying to instill that fear and turn the tables and make them think twice about fucking with you, especially going forward here as the circle moves in.
Absolutely. And then the other cool thing is right here is Steele's gonna tell
Thought
us
again. Let's drop armor box.
drop the
right
armor
here in this
box.
corner.
Drop it again. We don't want to belabor this. Drop your armor in a safe space because we're gonna be here for a little bit longer, and we need to have access to that.
Here.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty basic stuff. You guys all know this.
Big
Whoa.
catch.
I got sniped from our right.
Ooh, you left the AC unit, and
I did.
that's what happened. You lost track of where you were spatially,
And the
which
good-
is easy to do when you're staring down a sniper scope.
And then right here, if you listen to the comms here, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna go up. I'm not gonna play because I know what I'm gonna do. I need to find this guy, and chances are, whether I played or not played, I'm gonna go down again. I already
Yep.
know it. I just want to find this where this fucking guy is.
Okay.
Oh, those abs on
Knock-
there.
Tommy did not catch.
Dang.
Okay, so we just gotta wait them out.
All right, I have no idea where I got hit from.
Yeah. Looking.
I'm not gonna play.
looking.
I'm
You
not
get popped
playing.
right here.
Oh yeah, they're right there.
Yeah,
They're
you
right
see the
there.
bullet come.
Okay, cool.
Wow, yeah.
We got this. All right, now I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna take a drink because I know what I'm gonna do to your ass now. I know what's gonna happen. Now I'm gonna play because I know what's up. I didn't listen.
You know exactly where he is.
And
And let's see if we can get an up. Yeah, so Nakatomi's in the gas now.
yeah, and I said knock it home. He didn't catch. And these are the cocksuckers. Literally, this is like 15 seconds. But why watch 15 seconds? I already know these cuts. One's down. Done. Down.
They get third party too. Somebody comes up the stairs.
To
Yeah.
your left still.
Now we got a new
Still,
team.
still on
New
the
team
left.
down below us
Broken,
on one of
broken
these
on the
little
AC
shale
vent.
rooftops.
And
I'm
it's still
lasering.
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Drow.
still
That's
on
what I
it. Still here.
have. Drow.
And so when we're there, I'm letting Still take care of his business. I want to watch the dumb sons of bitches to the left because I know there was one team left up there.
Yeah, somebody pushed them.
Yeah.
Because you get your juice, and that wasn't from you, right?
No, I got both of them. I smacked
Oh,
both
okay.
of the sons of bitches. But I thought there was another team there. I don't know. Maybe there was, maybe it wasn't. But in my mind's eye, I thought they were maybe fighting somebody else. So I watched the left real quick. And so anyway, listen to what he says. I don't know. I'm just jumping up, and Steel is letting me know immediately where they are.
Yeah.
This is probably
Oh no, it's AC unit. Blue.
okay.
Okay, there's two. There's
Nice
two.
shot.
Copy that.
All right, reload everything. Load
I think
up
they
on-
ended up getting away, but nonetheless,
They-
we let them know, right? Like
Yeah.
you are not going to be able to move freely on that rooftop like you thought you could, and now they're going to be thinking twice about even looking up at us. Not
Absolutely.
necessarily trying to get any kills there. All we're trying to do right there is make sure that we're letting them know that hey, we've got top position. You should hide because we're
Absolutely.
coming for you. Yeah.
100%. So in this next clip, so one of the things that we talk about with Still and I is we all have egos. Every human being on life has egos. There's a time to exercise it, maybe. I try not to. I learned that from Killer Gorilla. If any of he's still watching, I learned that from that man. He's a wonderful person.
Yep.
But Still is going to tell me, go do this, go do that, do this. I mark a spot, and he's like, no, I don't want to go there. I want to go here. And the whole point of it is, the whole point of this whole thing is he's not saying anything at all other than just trying to help me.
Yeah.
Remind me, how many times have you guys been in a fight and you fucking forget to pick up plates, or you forget to pick up a gun, or you forget whatever? There's nothing
You forget
wrong.
to call something out.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with a nice little reminder. And so if
Yeah.
you listen to this real quick, and this is one of the big things that we've experienced playing with other people, maybe not people in our chat, they're really good, but some other people, their ego fucking blows up during the game. And you're like, dude, chill the fuck out, man. I was just explaining
Yeah.
something to you.
You got to remember that we're all in this game, and well, at least the people we play with, what we try to play with, we all have the same goal in mind. We all want to win, and we all want to have fun.
Absolutely.
And winning is fun.
Winning cures everything. Think about how many
Yeah.
times you've been pissed off at a game, and the very next game you get a win, and you're like, "Oh, we did
Oh,
good."
it
Everybody
happened right
hugs.
here.
Big fucking
Game bef-
hugs.
Game before I cleared the table.
Right? Right? Still was fucking fuming the game before.
Everything.
So anyway,
Yeah.
So he tells me to go get plates.
Looking for
Hold on.
17, 12. Yeah. Get all your ammo. Get your plates. We're getting
Now
ready to
listen
move
to
out.
me.
I say we go to this one because then we can hop forward if
They're
we need
coming in
to.
upstairs. They're coming. So right there, if you listen to that, he tells it. He's explaining to me why his position's better than what I marked.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I like that better. You have a better idea than me. Awesome. Thank you very much for the. Thank you. I appreciate that, bud, because
Yeah.
we're gonna get it done. Okay. Anyway, so then these cocksuckers come up the stairwells, coming in
Yeah.
up on their rooftop.
And we had a
Right here,
decision to make.
on our door,
All right.
on our door.
Pause for a sec.
What was
So-
your decision?
So we had to decide here. At least in my head, I was thinking one of two things. We could jump now because we just finished loading everything up. We're pretty much ready to go. The gas is like 10 feet in front of us. And then we could jump down to that blue mark that I had, and then maybe we laser these guys as they try and jump towards us. Or we could stay here and shoot them as they're coming in the gas, and then we'll jump with the gas or just in front of it. And then go to our same spot. So that's the first decision we had to make. So we decided to shoot these guys. We'll run the tape, and then I'll explain.
See if we can wait them out.
The next
See if we can wait them out.
Done.
Wipe. I got a plate. I'm gonna.
All right. So now we're replating.
And then I'm jumping.
And
I got
we'll
gas.
stop,
Yep,
stop
yep.
the tape just for a second here. So, I thought in my head, I was thinking, is it worth it to go grab those guys' plates, the 3 plates that they took from me, and the 60 rounds of ammo that I had to expend on them, while being in the gas and then having to jump from the roof down to the next roof in the gas? And I immediately went to no. And I went to no because how many times, if any of you Warzone players, you'll be able to attest to this as well. How many times have you tried to make a jump in the gas, your gas mask goes on, and then you can't pull your chute, and you die, right? And how freaking stupid would that be for this to happen, all in the name of 3 plates and 60 AR bullets? So I didn't even think about it, didn't even ask Frilla. It was just time to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
And we'll just kind of let this one run out and talk about it. We're at the end game. They're down in this building.
Yep.
All
Great
of them
Yeah, they're
out.
below
Yeah,
us. Below us. They're inside our building. Us. Yep.
Because we jumped to this roof, we're going to be able to jump to the next roof.
We're gonna let those guys
Do
kill each
that in a
other.
second. If we would have gone to the lower roof, we wouldn't have been able to make this
Got
jump.
gas inbound.
perfect.
Safe zone relocated.
I'm gonna jump to this building
the
right
left.
in front of us. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
And that's one thing about Still and I. And if anybody ever watches us play, we're usually always on the fucking same page every time.
Yeah.
And this is why him and I have more duo wins with Steel than anybody. And it's because of that reason.
Yeah, I think I have more duo wins with you than anybody else as well. This next sequence of events really shows how in tune we are with each other.
In the
Some of
bus.
the stuff we do here without even communicating it. Not that I
Down one in the
recommend
bus.
like trying to limit your communications
He's
ever,
dead.
but there are going to be times when you
Finish the
need.
job.
They're behind us in the gas.
Watch, he sees me jump, he goes right to where I'm going. I identified that wall as a nice little head glitch with the circle, and it really pays off here in a
2v2.
second.
2v1v1
Gas is
actually.
closing in. Relocating
Where
the
are
safe
they?
zone.
I get a little frantic here. I think somebody's in this truck.
Ground.
Oh, he's right here behind this white truck in front of me.
Copy that.
I don't know what I saw.
Well, regardless of what he saw. So here's the scenario. Is I know Still, if you watch our intro, we bust somebody in a truck, I down a guy, and then I smack a guy, he has a shotty, he hits me in our intro, and then Still comes right behind me. I leave, he comes right behind and fucking works the dude. We did that without even talking, and we did this without even talking, so I already know what Still's gonna do. I'm gonna go to the right of the truck, and Still's gonna have my back if somebody's there. Turns out he's not. Not a big deal. Oh,
He might be
he's
in it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, behind us.
Here's a coffin.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the things I want to point out, Steele's already got one angle on him, so I intentionally ran around the front side of that truck to get a completely different angle. Turns out,
Yep. In case I fuck this
didn't
up.
need me. Didn't need me.
Here behind
There's
you.
lots of times though that that things
Down and
happen.
killed
Right?
him.
Done.
But that was great. Instead of just running straight to me, I was so happy, guys. That was like, I'm gonna say something that's probably inappropriate, but that was like your first nut when you're in high school.
Well, what people don't know is we were struggling. Still was having a hard time getting going that night. He was having a hard time. He had about 3-4 games where it wasn't very good. Wasn't very
Yeah.
good. But
Yeah.
one thing about this man over here, that one right there, is he will always come back. And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
amazing. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something. We won't do that too often, but it's just fun to have that breakdown of the game. Maybe some different insight, because I love hearing SoCal. When I play with him,
Yeah,
I love hearing his
too.
insides.
That's
I
the
love
main reason I watch them.
Yeah, and I love hearing when we play with like Outlaw. I love hearing his Mike Golf, Asta. The best players in the game. I love hearing their insights, and we can apply it to our game. Not that we're the best players, but we have access to them to where maybe you guys don't, and you get to hear how their information translates to help you.